What is up, YouTube? So today I'm bringing you some coaching. Sadly, this won't be coaching on season 4 quite yet. This will be coaching back on season 3, but I am 100% sure this will help you because it's not going to be based around builds. It's not going to be based around that specific stuff. It's going to be based around more positioning, things to look for, things that are important, and all this will translate into season 4. 100%. Promise you that. If you have any interest in getting this coaching, it's simply you go onto my stream, donate $25 to the donation link, whatever, and then message Tallyho, one of my mods, or myself, with a link to the YouTube video, which is your video, and whether you want the early game, mid game, or late game covered. I am covering 15 to 20 minute segments, so this game is a 40-minute game roughly. I'm probably going to cover just about 10 minutes all the way up to 30 minutes in there. It'll depend on how the game goes. I didn't look this through. This will be first time watching, first reactions, so make sure you do that. Also, I will be doing a sub giveaway for 8,000 gems. This will happen at 85,000 subscribers. So what is it, 9,000 subscribers from right now, we will give away 8,000 gems to a winner. If we get there quickly, I will make this a recurring thing. Like every 5 or 10,000 subs, we will give away 8,000 gems or more, depending on how fast we get there. So yeah, make sure you hit the subscribe button below. Like and comment anything you want to see. I will get into season 4 coaching very soon. We're going to have one more of these season 3 coachings, and then we will move into season 4, like I said. And let's go ahead and jump right into it right flipping now. So there won't be any sound on this or anything crazy. Quality obviously isn't going to be great. It's a recording from someone else's fucking game. I have this blown up full screen for us to watch. So yeah, but just get over that. So as we can see, he's down 4,000 gold. We're 9 minutes into this match. He has his Hydra's finished, so build's looking good. He's maxing his 3, which I do not like. So I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna pause that right now so we don't miss anything. So as you can see at the bottom, he maxes 3. They have an Athena, a Janice, and a Thor. Athena can taunt your spin. Thor can stun your spin and also get out of it very easily. Janice can portal your spin or also just portal out like through a wall very, very easily. So you've got 3 interrupts. You've got a lot of things that can get out of your spin. It's not guaranteed damage. On a team comp like this, I understand where you don't want to waste your hammer throw because Athena can then taunt. But if you're getting good poke and you're only hammer throwing with your team around you, looks like you guys are in a 5-man queue. Looks like this is a scrim, actually. That's pretty cool. I've never done a scrim before. So yeah, I would not be maxing my 3. It's too easily canceled. I'd be maxing my 1 here 100%. And let's go and jump into more of the gameplay. You guys are, like, for the kill count, you guys are doing fairly well in farming. We'll see exactly how you're farming. This is weird. You guys are in like a scrim or like a casual match 5-on-5, but you have 2 Thors. I'm mind blown right now. I am actually confused. But anyway, I like the wards. You have good coverage. You're really, based on this, you're doing just fine. I'm going to skip through a little bit once we see what goes on right here. I don't want to just be stuck watching this. You can see, so right here is a good point. So you're letting them out aggress you, right? Thor just hammer through with very little mana. Your Morrigan is going to have abilities up very quick. Sylvanas obviously hasn't used shit. Level-wise, you should be fine to fight. There's nothing going on. There's no one missing. You know it's a 3-on-3. So right there, you're going to look to go right on the Thor, and you walked right into the double tap. So you're eating this damage for free, which is very... Okay, so your positioning was way too passive. 100% way too passive. Whenever someone comes up to the wave and uses an ability, that's when you attack. Like right away, in your head, you need to be thinking, all right, I can't move up to this wave because they have an Athena taunt. If I use my hammer, he's going to taunt me. But if they use their abilities, I can instantly go in. Thor hammer through. You could have sat to the side, stunned him in the wave, and fucked him up. And then you would have had Sylvanas heals to heal you. You didn't even have to engage. You could hammer throw in, poke him, and then if the Athena dashed right then, you could ult. Or you could port to the hammer, a little bit harder, but you could ult right away. Your 1 would be up right around when you'd want to land, and you could go for a free kill on the Thor or whoever else was out of position. It's something to remember. So now you're pretty much forced out of the fight. You're backing. I don't recommend backing here. You are low health, but you have bat camps 2 feet away from you. Run over, grab the bat camps, back, and then make your way. Simply because you're probably not going to get this farm more than likely in this game or any game. Someone else is going to come by and jack that farm. I do realize that if you back, you can do back. If you back to base, then you can do back camps into the red buff. But it's just better to make sure you get the farm. It doesn't get wasted. It doesn't just sit there. You also heal a little bit. If you were to heal a little bit and get Sylvanas heal, you could easily fight. You wouldn't even have to back to the base. And you'd have full mana on that Thor who has none. So I truly recommend looking for the heal, going to back camp. We'll see what happens. Not looking like that's happening. Okay, you're backing. Definitely would have done what I said. Let's go ahead and skip a little bit ahead here. Okay, you can see they were looking for your speed buff. You ulted to defend. They're really low on mana, like the ult. Okay, I like the idea. You got beads, but you definitely didn't have to be scared there. We'll jump back a little bit. I want to watch that over a little bit slower. So you've got the ults, perfect ult, literally perfect ult. So right here, you know I mean, you pretty much can figure he's probably gonna get out. So he beads right away. You shouldn't have backed off. There's an Thorn and fucking Athena. You don't, in my eyes, you aren't recognizing everything that's going on. You were too tunnel visioned on the Janice there. When you ult, pay attention to everything. Have a target in mind. Be like, I'm gonna go on this Janice. And while you're looking at the Janice, make sure you're focusing on the other targets. It was very easy to see that Athena literally has 0 mana. Thor also won't have enough mana to use anything for like a second or two. Even if then, he probably won't be able to do shit. So if you had gone aggressive there, you had beads, you were fairly safe. Nothing to worry about. Sylvanas has ult. Morgan has ult. This should be a free fucking fight. Free game, free low, easy fight one right here. But you guys are looking like you're going to get nothing out of it. Way too passive for no reason. Make sure you're paying attention to everything that's used. As a jungler specifically, any assassin, any jungler that goes in the middle of a fight, you need to know what abilities are used, what could be used on you, what's already down, how much mana people have, how much health people have. If you'd have known that, you easily would have just won that fight. Would have been a free kill on Janice, potentially more kills if his team tried to help. Instant rotation to Gold Fury because you know everyone was You still have all your ults other than your Thor ult, which isn't needed to defend a Gold Fury. You're good to go. You're in the perfect position. Now you're just stuck getting regular ass farm, which is not ideal. Just skipping ahead a little bit. You had a nice counter ward. Looks like you're also still behind the Thor. I feel like you easily, you need to be able to exploit that stuff to get the leads that you want. Is it smart of you to play back a little bit because your Sylvanas isn't going to be there? You definitely should be looking to poke the Athena to help your team right here and stop playing so passive. You're playing way too scared. Way too scared. Your Athena, the other team's Athena can't walk up to your tower line and you not poke or do anything. You're 11, 12 minutes in. He's not that tanky. She's not that tanky. You could deal with it very easily. I do like this play. I like the idea behind the ult. See the combo. Good damage. Good use of hammer throw to get out. You kind of engaged by yourself there, which is bad. Your Sylvanas playing a little bit passive. Your Morgan's not using ult. You need to back right away. And we'll go ahead and skip ahead. If you'd have poked Athena earlier, that fight would have been way better. I do like how you're being a little bit more aggressive here. You need to be auto-attacking, though. Just because you're Thor doesn't mean your auto attacks do hit really fucking hard. So make sure you use your autos, dude. You could go in right here. You could just hammer throw. You don't even need a stun. You didn't even need a stun. You got the combo, which is nice. But you could have hammer thrown in, just spun, and then stunned out. And you could have potentially got a double kill. You would have killed the Janice even if you didn't hit him because your spin would have killed him. Then your spin would have also hit the Rama the whole time. Could have stunned the Rama away from getting out of the roll with a roll, and you'd have been good to go for double kill. So Thor-wise, mechanically you're landing your shit. But there are better ways to use your abilities. You need to kind of think outside the box of always using the same abilities in the same way. It's never going to work like that. Thor specifically, you really want to look. Obviously, I suck dick at Thor, blah, blah, blah. But I know how to use my abilities. I just can't hit my ult. You really want to look to poke, either using your 1 or using your 2-1 combo. And then waiting for a few seconds to tick down for the cooldown. And then ult. So you get the poke, you get the engage on the ult, and then you have your 1-up again. That's the kind of stuff you want to look for. So if you're doing things like that, just looking for the poke or looking for the engage into the disengage where you could fight and then get the fuck out if you need to. Like right there, easily could have hammer thrown in, still could have saved your stun to be safe. Something to think about. I don't like how your wards are not being placed aggressively. You have a regular ward and a counter ward. Counter ward's always going to be used around Gold Fury somewhere mid Harpies on the Gold Fury side. That regular ward you have should have been on their speed buff or their red buff already. Already been down. I haven't seen you cross into their side of the map yet, which is very, very bad. You can just call your Sylvanas to move up with you. Like right here, should have been saying, Sylvanas, come with me. Let's go ward. Let's counter ward the fucking mid-hit camps. You'd usually want to get mid-pressure to do so. But because now you have rotations, this is the perfect time. You should be saying, let's go ward and let's pull Gold Fury and beta fight. You and your team are all being very, very passive. And you're afraid to poke the Athena, which doesn't make sense. They don't have heals on their team. They have no way of getting sustain or keeping the Athena topped off. So poke the Athena. Get him low over and over and over again. Your team can kill an Athena. It's not that late into the game, I promise you. We'll go ahead and see what this leads to. Everyone's kind of grouping up like they want to do gold, but no one's baiting gold or going into gold or anything. I don't like the use of your ult here. You were close enough, and it was very obvious the other team was going to go in. I would have tried to poke first on whoever it was, frontline, Thor, Thanatos, Thor, Athena, or Robin, and then look to back off an ult like I was talking about a few minutes ago. I like the double ult. I like the combo. Don't like the fact that he just got out, I think. Let's see what happens. Beads to get out of the slow, and you're out. Like I said, if you'd have poked, I think that fight would have gone a lot better. I also think you should have killed the Thor. Definitely think you could have blinked to your hammer and spun, or just taken your time to make sure you got the spin in the right spot. I know you were a little body blocked, but you could have squeaked around the wall. But good job getting out otherwise. Not the end of the world. You guys are still really close in gold. See, right here, you're so set on using the hammer stun combo that, look at this. Let's jump back a second. So look at this point right here. You have your spin coming up in 2 seconds, right? And I don't want the thing at the bottom. Anyway, you have your spin coming up in 2 seconds. You've got full combo of abilities. You have Aegis. You're pretty safe. Right here is where you want to hammer throw in, stun them off at the wall, or with the right wall. So use your wall to make kind of a fucking triangle, a point. Stun them off, the Athena and the Janice. Janice could obviously portal, but it seems like he's playing too passive for his portal to be up. And your Morgan could then get in range to fuck their day. I think your Jingwei is right behind you. So that's what you should have done here. Easily could have got a double stun and killed somebody. The Thor is probably the worst target. He's the one with the guaranteed escape. Where the Janice, you can always body block. His portal could be down. All that good stuff. Thor has just so many abilities to get out. It's going to be really fucking hard. I like the attempt on the combo. You're going a little deep. Aegis was a little premature too. You want to Aegis when you know damage is almost guaranteed to hit you. That was a little like freak out of an Aegis for you, but it's okay. Not the end of the world. You guys had a little bit of pressure here. Your Sylvanas is full health. You want to be getting a heal from your Sylvanas. I don't know why he didn't heal both of you. You got to be shouting at him saying, heal me, heal me, heal me, heal me, heal me. Doesn't make any sense. Skip ahead a little bit. You're looking for farm. I like it. Not too bad. Getting your speed. You can see the invade. I'd secure the speed here because your team is not there for the blue buff. I would then run up and poke right here. I wouldn't have ulted. I would have walked up and poked. You're ulting very, very close to the team. Very close. You're way too close, and I think you're trying to rush everything. I think you're worried that your team's going to die. You need to have more patience with the use of all your abilities. Every time you've ulted in, you've had to run away. Every single time. And then you died because you didn't have actives up. Definitely want to use your abilities before you ult as often as possible. The ult right into the fight is usually when it's a setup gank, really far away, ways away, or you're just in a really good position for them not to be ready for the ult. These teams know you're ulting. You're 5 fucking feet away. They can hear it. They can see you. They knew you were at speed or they wouldn't have been there. They know what's going on. So we'll see what moves on here. I like the combo. You guys are finally poking Athena. 19 minutes in, a little late. But and you almost kill him 19 minutes in. Hopefully you hit him with this ult. Hey! Oh. Well, your ult's still better than mine, even though you missed. You could have gone in there. That's a hammer throw into a stun into a double auto on the Thor. You're too wary to just use your hammer and not your stun. You gotta get used to that. Whoops, sorry, I hit the mic. I like the idea of the wall. I'm hammering out right here. I had to beads. If you'd have hammered out instantly as soon as you walled, don't take your time. Just fucking go. Like, stun, hammer out. Stun, get away. Do your things instantly. Think, this is what I want to do. I'm going to fucking combo and walk back. I'm going to ult. Just do it. Don't, like, hesitate. Don't wonder. Think ahead. Think, okay, I got to save him. Here's my wall. I got to save myself. I'm out. I think you hesitated, or for some reason you were just delayed. Maybe you didn't think it through. That's what you want to do for sure. Build's looking pretty solid, pretty standard from Season 3. It's going to change in Season 4, obviously. We will go over that in a couple videos. You're doing well on kills. I just feel like you could be far smarter with your choice of how you engage a lot of these fights and how you handle yourself in a lot of these fights. Skip a little bit farther ahead. Doesn't look like anything at all is happening. Super stalemated. Definitely want to get some deeper wards from you. You want to be warding the red, the speed, counter wards in this area right here, mainly here, would be very, very important. The other team rotated while you were gone, so let's see if you get here in time. The Thor ulted from a really weird spot. You also ulted from a weird spot, knowing your team had disengaged. You don't need a Thor ult to counter the Thor ult. We'll see how this goes. Okay, turning back on this Robin is not the play. Hopefully you get some peel. Okay, you got some peel, nice. But yeah, you don't need a Thor ult just because Thor ults. It's okay to engage a fight with your abilities. You haven't engaged a single team fight with your just abilities. That's a good wall. That's a really good wall for peel. And you could have thrown your hammer just to do some poke. I would really be looking to be a little bit more aggressive. You have both your actives up. Shouldn't be really worried about dying. Let's see. Still have your actives up. Okay, I don't know if you just lagged or what. Should have either hammer thrown right away or Aegis or something. It looked like lag to me. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt that it was lag. They have a lot of physical. They also have a lot of magical. You're going to need a mix of defense here. They're just grouping up and using their abilities as a team smarter, not necessarily being mechanically better. Your Amma is way too far up here. If that he's getting out, it looks like. You don't need to sacrifice yourself here to save him. He wasted his ult already. There's no more use of wasting any more abilities. Looks like your tier 1's going to be dead, so make sure that goes away. Just leave it. Don't worry about it. Probably could have dropped blue in the meantime, or at least just started to do it if they came over. Just instantly get out. You need your team to rotate. You need your Athena here. Or not your Athena, sorry, your Sylvanas. You need some more wards. You have no wards around Fire Giant at 25 minutes. Goldfury, you do know is spawning, but you do want to have a safe ward. Usually right around the top of Fire Giant for you, right here, because people usually walk over that if they're looking for Fire Giant. Smart ward to think about as a jungler. I do like to buy a counter and a regular. Anytime gold and fire are relevant, at this point in the game, they are very relevant. I'm in a regular ward fire side where they usually won't counter ward. I'm going to drop my counter on Gold Fury side to give us some pressure. Your team is being super fucking aggressive for no reason, not as a team either. You're too afraid to use your abilities. It looks like you're always looking for this crazy fucking ult. You're never using. That's a huge ult. You're never engaging with your abilities. That's your biggest problem right now. Like, you could easily have poked before. That was a great ult. That was a great ult with the double combo, forcing some actives. There's Shell. That's a disengage when you see the Shell. You want to try to not take too much damage here at this point. You can hammer throw. You don't need your 1 up. Okay, I like to try. Maybe you did need your 2 up to go with your 1, but all right. Aegis here is a good call. And then you want to look to hammer throw out instantly. Oh, I like. Oh, probably could have gone for the kill there. But I like it. You're alive. The rest I'm going to skip ahead because the rest of your fight doesn't really matter too much. Looks like your team got out, which is good. It's 3 of you out. There's 3 of them on this. They do have an Athena ult you should know is coming in. They know you're there, and they're off, which is awesome. We're going to move a little bit farther forward. What are we at? Still farming. Oh, let's skip back. Don't want to skip the team fight. Another fight you're engaging without using your abilities, man. You can see them engaging. I realize this is a little bit different because you're wary about the fucking almost dead target, but you need to walk over and use your abilities before you ult every time into these fights. You also need to have a better kill target. So in these fights, you just seem to be ulting wherever you can try to hit more than one person. That's not your goal with Thor. Your goal is to hit the targets that are either fucking your team up or the targets that you can kill or your team plans to kill. So if you're the target caller, call the target you can go on. I'd probably go on the Janice, maybe the Thor, maybe the Rama. Definitely one of those 3, none of the other ones. If you're peeling for your team, probably want to go for the Robin and the Thor. Even putting pressure on any of the squishies, the Janice, the Robin, or the Janice, the Rama, or the Thor. Those would be ideal just to help your team. And like I said, you need to look for that one person, not the fucking team, the one person. Granted, I don't hit it, obviously. You can say whatever you want. Ha, you don't hit it. That's still what you're looking to do. That's your plan. That's your strategy. And you died. You've just engaged way too many of these fights without using your abilities. We're going to stop the video there because we're right around 30 minutes into gameplay, which covers your whole mid-game. My biggest flaw here, and this probably goes into a lot of your gods, like just that playstyle is something that can carry over. You don't need to just get right into the fight with everything and use everything, boom. Like, you don't need to ult into the start of every fight. It's okay to poke. On Susano, you could 3 in, 1 dash out, and just wait for your abilities to reset and then engage again. It's the same as Thor. You can look to poke and engage. Obviously, don't do that against sustain comp. Their team has no sustain. Your team has a ton. Your team should be looking to poke, Sylvanas heal. Poke, Sylvanas heal. Thor is great at poking, great at sustaining off the Sylvanas, and then great at engaging once it's time to engage. You just weren't looking to do that. Every god you play on is going to be better if you look to poke more. I think that's something a lot of the lower level players don't understand, that it's not an all in. The game isn't, there's somebody there, we use an ability on them, they have to die. No, it doesn't fucking work like that. You need to just get damage off, poke them a bit, put yourself in a better position to do an objective, to get a kill. It doesn't have to be all in. Obviously, they're super out of position. Go for it. You need to learn to recognize the difference, though, because almost all of those fights were not insta-kill fights. They didn't look like insta-kill fights to me. They look like you're a few steps away. You can walk over, use your abilities, back off again, ult in, be good to go, or even just wait for your abilities to come up again based on how the fight was going. So that is my recommendations. That is my coaching for this video. Hopefully it helps you. This is B-Row's video, I believe. Hopefully this helps you. Thank you for getting coaching. As I said in the beginning of the video, if you're interested in getting coaching, go to the Twitch channel. Link is in the description. Drop a fucking $25 donation. I understand it's a lot of money. The idea behind it is I can't do everybody. It can't be a $5 thing. I can't do these coaching videos. I'm spending 20 minutes on this video, plus rendering, plus any editing I have to do in between, uploading, as well as all the other videos I'm doing. It just adds up too much. That's why the price is a little bit higher. Makes sense to me. If it doesn't make sense to you, then I'm sorry. Can't help you about it. You don't need the coaching. You can figure it out on your own. It is possible. It's a lot harder. Takes a lot longer. Trust me, I've been there. I've done that. Never had anyone coach me. But I can accelerate the process for you. So hopefully this helps, man. Hopefully this helps anyone else that gets coaching. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I'll do my best to respond. And as I did state in the beginning of the video, just going to reiterate one more time, 8,000 gem giveaway, subscriber giveaway. Get us to 85,000 subscribers. We're going to do the giveaway. You're going to need to be a subscriber to enter. That's it. You won't have to do anything. Nobody else will get extra entries. None of that shit. Be a subscriber. Enter as a subscriber. Win some gems. Any platform. PC, PlayStation, Xbox, fucking GameCube if you have Smite on that shit. I'll figure it out for you. Have a good day, guys. Hopefully this coaching helps you. Hopefully all the guides lately have been helping you. If there's anything you're looking for in terms of coaching or guides, let me know, and I'll do my best to get it to you.